Hey there, Stampers, and welcome to another Step It Up video. This week, this is the sort of Valentine's nod, even though it's now past Valentine's. I made these before. So this is a very simple card, and I saw this image somewhere. Not exactly the same cards at all, but certainly I saw this image. So I just decided that it would be perfect for this week. We're going to start with Riding Hood Red card base, and it's just a standard card base, 5.5 by 4.25. Then we're going to use a very vanilla piece to do our image on, and this is 3 7/16, so just a hair under 4 inches and 3 1/8. And if you just want to make it 4 by 3, that's fine too. It's just what I ended up with. This is Blushing Bride, and I used the dotted ribbon punch. Anyway, this is the punch. And you're going to just punch it out. And this is what, I don't know if you can see, the teeny tiny little scalloped edge. And all I did was just adhere this on the back, snip it, and then did the other side. So it's pretty easy to do. We're using Fresh Vintage Celebration stamp set. We're going to use this image, this one, and this flower. And we're using Loving Thoughts. I think we have Forever and Always, but you could use anything you like. So we're going to start by stamping the background. I don't know if you can tell on the card that we used this to stamp all over. And you're just going to randomly stamp, knowing that the center is mostly covered. So just ink up the image and start stamping around the edges. Stamp off in the corner, just random, and around the outside edge. You can go in a little bit if you want. Okay, so that will be the card base for all 3 step cards. Step 1, step 2, step 3. That's all you do. And then for all 3 images as well, this is going to be the same. So you're going to start with this beautiful floral part, and again using Riding Hood Red. You're going to want to position this towards the top because you need to do that band of Blushing Bride and then the sentiment across the bottom. So you want to come up as close to the top and then make sure you get a good image. And then using Blushing Bride, this is a really subtle detail. I don't know if you can even see it on the camera, but it's Blushing Bride in the background, and then the Forever and Always in Riding Hood Red over it. But I like it. I think it's really beautiful. And you just want to center this as well. And then taking whatever sentiment you want to use, and I'm going to use Forever and Always. Stick it down. Try to make sure it's even. And then using Riding Hood Red, we're going to stamp over the Blushing Bride portion we just did. And sort of make sure it's centered. Good coverage. Isn't that cute? And what a fast, pretty card. So this is all the stamping for all 3 cards. So for step 1, all you're going to do is adhere this little Blushing Bride edge to the card and then just adhere it down. And that's step 1. Step 2, I took a Early Espresso mat, and it is 4 by 3 1/4. Adhere it down. I used some Riding Hood Red taffeta ribbon, and I just did a little edge back there and then a bow in this corner, and then I put it up on dimensionals, and that's step 2, really easy. And then step 3, I did go a little wackadoodle on step 3. Sometimes step 3s are the hardest for me because I don't typically do really terribly fancy cards. I really prefer something simpler. But anyway, so for this one, it's the same base and image, and then I took an early espresso mat, and it's a little bit larger. It is 4 1/8, and then I think I did by 4 inches or 3 3/4. I can't remember, but better to be safe than sorry. And then I did this pinking hearts edge, and then once I had done the pinking hearts edge, I put it in my trimmer, and I made sure that the finish size was 3 1/2 from the points of the pinking hearts to this edge. And that will give you a nice mat for your image. And you're going to want to have a little bit of space there because we're using the pleated satin ribbon in Blushing Bride just to cover, you still want to see the pinking hearts, but to cover that seam where the two meet. And then I added some basic pearls, some large ones at the beginning and end of Forever and Always, and then some medium and small ones in the blossom. And then I went a little crazy with the smooch spritz. I think I did a little too much vanilla. I got a blob right there, and I don't even know if the camera picks it up. But I do like smooch spritz a lot, and it kind of tones down the colors too. But you could certainly leave it without the smooch spritz if you'd like. Anyway, so that's our 3 cards for the week. Let me show them to you again. And this is step 1, step 2, and step 3. Hope you guys are doing okay and you're having a good week. I'll see you next time. Bye!